photography all my life. I mean, when I started studying, and then later on, just naturally, I discovered video, and I thought it was very enriching, playing on the dimensions of time, and also audio becomes very important and creates an atmosphere. And I'm very much interested in creating specific atmospheres that you that are transported through the images in the photos as well as in the videos. It's just in the videos you have more tools in a way to transport them, like these atmospheres. So, but photos at the same time, they can be more abstract. You can play more on this division between reality and depicted reality. Then in video it becomes more narrative all of a sudden. I think the two, overexposure and underexposure, can have the same effect, in that both can create blind spots in a way. I mean, they can blindfold you, too much light can blindfold you, and not enough light also limits your sight. And I'm interested in what happens when your view is limited, and what you think of the space that's not visible, but that's just indicated in the image somehow. For instance, if you have shadows in an image, like a jungle, and then the jungle becomes more dense, and all of a sudden you can't see anymore what's behind, but there could be so many things behind that are subject to imagination just. So it's and the same with light. It blinds you, blindfolds you, and you just don't know what to do with it. What's beyond, and that's the main idea with the two. Yeah, it's what I'm interested in these people is that they are bring their own story into the image. No matter whether it's moving image or photographic image. So, yeah, they bring their own story, but at the same time, my images and my videos don't tell the story. So it's really up to the viewer, and it's subject to the conditioning of the viewer, what he perceives in the end. So, yeah, I'm interested in people who bring already some kind of privacy or intimacy into the set. That's a really difficult question, because I can't tell really anymore. I mean, really a turning point in my studies was when I took photos of forest. They were just somehow telling stories without telling any stories, and it was also about the choice of a specific space. I would go into the forest, and it's only a flat surface with trees. Why do I choose this corner, or why do I choose that corner, and why does it make sense to choose this and not another? So it was about what defines space in a way, and I'm also very much interested in architecture, and I always thought the Greek, they had very good sense of space, and wherever they would build a building, it was the perfect spot. And it started out of this feeling of space. I mean, why do you feel that the space there is specific, and why don't you feel it somewhere else? And I thought it's because you can identify somehow, or you project into the space that you like, and the one you're not interested in, you don't have any projections for them. So that's maybe the starting point. Yeah, having a pool of images that are either directly taken images or appropriated images is a very old idea. I mean, it's not my idea even. And so it's just something that I'm using that I think it's just natural, or it's self-understood to use images in that way, and why should I make a difference? We're influenced by it all, so I don't categorize these. I mean, even though you could. How I found the text was I was googling the word, the notion vanishing point, because I was trying to find a title for another book, and I was actually using vanishing point as the title, but then I discovered this text that's like a manual how to disappear from administration in America. So I found this text very fascinating because it, first of all, it denies its source. It says it's an anonymous upload and to this website, and so that means like nobody really is responsible for that text, and that's also why it's easy to appropriate it, because I'm not like hurting anybody's rights. It's just there, and it's also meant to be distributed. And yeah, and I found interesting that in this text they say like all the time that in case you're running away from your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend, you should do this and that and this and that. And it's only like they only name these persons ex-boyfriend and ex-girlfriend because calling them police would be like illegal. So it's in a way it's how to go underground, or like even you could even go as far as saying how to become a terrorist without saying it in real words. And like how this is connected to my work is that I really like the idea of somebody being really not visible for anybody else, and but at the same time it's just there, and he, of course, he leaves traces. I mean, even though they give advice to like polish everything that you have touched, but at the same time they're there, and it's all about presence, which is there in my other work too.